As the winners of the Clues Challenge, I got to choose what to place in the time capsule. I'm pretty happy with what I chose to put in there. If you think about it, you'll be able to figure out what it is. Or you could always wait 50 years until it's reopened.
What did Nancy Drew put inside the time capsule? The most common answer people give is Nancy's How to Be a Detective book. It's on her desk at the start of the game, but not at the end. That definitely fits with Nancy saying you can figure it out yourself while her desk is being shown. The problem with this theory is that the detective book is not just gone at the end, it's gone for the entire game. It's not there when you do fingerprinting at Nancy's desk. If you freeze frame during the scene where Nancy's arrested, the How to Be a Detective book isn't there either. Clearly, Nancy got rid of the book long before she picked an item to put in the time capsule. Who knows where she put it? Maybe it's in one of her desk drawers that we can't open. The other common answer that people pick is Nancy's scrapbook of past cases. That makes more sense as a thing to include in a time capsule. I'm sure the people of the future would rather read a comprehensive summary of Nancy Drew's history as a detective over reading a tutorial that explains you can zoom in on an item when your magnifying glass cursor turns red. Maybe that's why Nancy got rid of her detective book. She wanted her scrapbook to be the only item on screen at the end of the game, to make it more obvious that the scrapbook is the item she put in the time capsule. The problem with this theory is that the time capsule box is already wrapped up with string. That scrapbook is clearly outside of the wrap box. Nancy's gonna have to open up the box again if she wants to put the scrapbook inside. I noticed the time capsule box is significantly larger than the How to Be a Detective book or the scrapbook. Nancy doesn't need a box that big for a simple book. The size of the box makes me think it contains Nancy's stuffed teddy bear, Mr. Woogle-Woggle. The police report says they seized Mr. Woogle-Woggle from Nancy's house, which is just plain rude of them. I wonder why he wasn't in the evidence locker with all the other items they took from Nancy. Like the two books from Nancy's desk, Mr. Woogle-Woggle doesn't appear in the games that come after this one. If he was put in the time capsule, that would explain why he disappeared for good. Another thing that disappears for good is Nancy's magnifying glass. She switches to a magnifying glass with a red handle in the next game. Alexei did remove a magnifying glass from the time capsule. It would make sense to replace it with a new magnifying glass. Those are 4 possible items that Nancy could have put in the time capsule at the end of Alibi in Ashes. As I said, the commonly agreed upon answer is Nancy's How to Be a Detective book. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts on the matter, especially if you think Nancy picked something else, like the Clues Challenge medallion, a milkshake from Scoop, or the embarrassing photo of Deirdre Shannon singing while running a red light. That would be the perfect revenge against Deirdre. Make history remember her as a terrible singer.